Welcome. I'm Pratibha Chandran and thank you for joining us this morning. We have a packed show lined up for you and we begin with the story of the RSS celebrating 100 years of its existence and service to the nation. And in line with these celebrations, the RSS also held a lecture series in Mumbai that was attended by several notable personalities and Bollywood celebrities. And one of them was Salman Khan, who was not just present there, but was also seen very keenly and attentively listening to the speech by the RSS chief, Mohan Bhagwat. In fact, he addressed the gathering and focused on the values of Sangh. He spoke about the need to focus on national unity over power. The RSS chief, in fact, also spoke of communal harmony and the need to go Swadeshi, a speech that was very keenly heard by the who is who from the creative industry. Not just Salman Khan, there were also other notable names, including Akshay Kumar, Ranbir Kapoor and Subhash Ghai, as well as Prasoon Joshi as well. Interestingly, the Sangh also spoke about influence in the younger generation. Listen in.
तो समाज फैशन से चलता है। सिनेमा में सलमान खान जी क्या पहनते हैं, कॉलेज विद्यार्थी वैसा पहनते हैं। अरे क्यों पहन रहे? नहीं, उन्होंने पहना इसलिए। उन्होंने क्यों पहना मालूम नहीं। सभी बातों में ऐसा, अच्छी बात बुरी बात सभी बातों में ऐसा फैशन से चलता है।
So this is when he addressed Salman Khan. But what's interesting is how Salman Khan's presence at the RSS event also comes just about a year after he was also seen flaunting a limited edition watch inspired by the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, a move that had drawn significant attention and condemnation from some religious clerics. But Salman Khan's appearance at the event also seems to have rattled those who are known to oppose the Sangh, because the opposition is asking why the RSS is focusing on Salman Khan and also asking whether their love for Muslims is limited to the Bollywood actor. Others also believe that Salman Khan has surrendered to fascist forces by merely attending this event.
So maybe some sub-celebrity has some in mind that under RSS rule now, their business may be in danger. So they are trying to satisfy them. But at that ultimately, once you surrender to the fascist forces, it does not pay. Ultimately, they will do what they want to do. So by attending their meeting, if they think they will be escape from this communal attack of the RSS, I think celebrity are in the wrong footing.
सलमान खान को देखकर मुझे आनंद भी हुआ और आश्चर्य हुआ। देश के सभी मुसलमानों को संघ में प्रवेश या स्वीकृति आप देने जा रहे हो तो आप जाहिर करिए। कैसे भी दिखावा है। आपकी सरकार, आपके प्रधानमंत्री, आपके गृहमंत्री, आपके मुख्यमंत्री दर दिन हिंदू मुसलमान एक द्वेषपूर्ण भाषा में पूरा देश को माहौल बिगाड़ रहे थे। और आपने कल सलमान खान को बुलाकर देश को क्या दिखाया, संघ ने क्या दिखाया? ये संघ में मुसलमानों का स्वागत है। अगर मुसलमानों का स्वागत है तो मैं भी आपका स्वागत करता हूँ। फिर ये देश में हिंदू मुसलमानों की राजनीति बंद है, यही मेरा कहना है।
तो देखिए, मैं समझता हूं कि ये लगातार ये सरकार दबाव डालती है, दबाव डाल के काम कराती है। मैं समझता हूं लोगों का नेताओं पे वो अपने ज्वाइन कराती है। अब तो वो फिल्म स्टार्स पे भी दबाव डाल के इस प्रकार काम करती है। तो मैं समझता हूं ये दबाव का एक पार्ट है।
My colleague Mohit Bhatt joins us on the broadcast with the details. Mohit, this was an outreach by the RSS celebrating 100 years and there were many from the film industry who attended, but it doesn't look like the opposition liked the fact that Salman Khan was also part of this event.
Well, in fact, Pratibha, you see, it was a two-day lecture series on in Maharashtra, Mumbai, about RSS, 100 years of RSS and New Horizon. And RSS, Pratibha, has always maintained that people need to come to RSS shakhas, or they need to listen to people from the RSS, associated with the RSS, to understand that what exactly RSS means, and not just Salman Khan, but Karan Johar, Shilpa Shetty, Kundra, Ranbir Kapoor, and other celebrities were also invited. Given the fact it's seen as an outreach of the RSS to ensure that people understand the RSS, not from the political narrative, but what actually RSS does. But what we see is that it has certain political parties, specifically the opposition parties, who have stated that Salman Khan, it seems, has surrendered to the fascist forces, and he is being pressurized to attend the RSS event so that a narrative goes out from the RSS that, look, the progressive Muslims are with the RSS, and RSS has the ideology of Sabka Saath. And that is what the opposition says, and they are saying that he's being pressurized, he has been surrendered. But then the question is that RSS and Mohan Bhagwat, they have always stated that you need to know, if you need to know the RSS, you need to listen to what RSS says. You need to see what RSS does. So clearly, what we see is that politics over this particular issue, specifically the presence of Salman Khan being a Muslim, this has triggered a controversy where the opposition parties also say, on one hand, BJP and the RSS attack the Muslims. They raise questions on Muslims in India and their habitat, while on the other hand, Salman Khan has attended this particular program because he has surrendered to the fascist forces. So this is the agenda coming in from the opposition party.
Okay, all right, Mohit, thank you for joining us with those details. In fact, there was also a very interesting line that was mentioned by Mohan Bhagwat during this event, and the entire debate over Veer Savarkar's legacy also back at the center of the national politics, because the RSS chief made a very strong pitch for conferring the country's highest civilian honor on Veer Savarkar, because when he was asked about the delay in awarding the Bharat Ratna, Mohan Bhagwat turned the argument on its head, saying that honoring Savarkar ji would not elevate him, but would instead enhance the prestige of the Bharat Ratna itself.
स्वातंत्रवीर सावरकर को भारत रत्न देने में देरी क्यों हो रही है?
उस समिति में मैं नहीं हूं, लेकिन कोई मिला तो मैं पूछूंगा। लेकिन स्वातंत्रवीर सावरकर को भारत रत्न मिला नहीं मिला, तो भारत रत्न मिला तो उस सम्मान का गौरव बढ़ेगा। बिना उस सम्मान के ही वो लाखों करोड़ों हृदयों के सम्राट बने हैं।
Meanwhile, Veer Savarkar's grandson has endorsed the RSS chief's statement, but many from the opposition have also sharpened their attack. Listen in to the reactions.
एक ऐसा संगठन जिसको अपने आप को पंजीकृत कराने की ताकत नहीं है, हिम्मत नहीं है, एक ऐसा संगठन जिसका राष्ट्र निर्माण में कोई योगदान नहीं रहा है, जब से इनका इतिहास शुरू हुआ है तब से गद्दारी का इतिहास है। इस व्यक्ति को आप सुनते क्यों हैं, मुझे ये नहीं समझ में आता। रही बात सावरकर की, तो अब माफी मांगने वालों को भारत रत्न मिलेगा, तो आप सोचिए जो लाखों लोग भारत की आजादी के लिए जिन्होंने अपनी कुर्बानी दी, उनकी आत्मा पर क्या गुजरेगा।
I fully agree with Mohanji Bhagwat that if Bharat Ratna is awarded to Swatantraveer Savarkar, that award will get glorified. Nothing is required to further glorify Swatantraveer Savarkar, because Swatantraveer itself is a title which is given by the people of India to him. I feel it's much higher respect already given to Veer Savarkar ji. And our family has also made it very clear since long back that we are not asking for the Puraskar, Bharat Ratna. On the same line, we are thinking on the same line that Swatantraveer is better this one, because it is that title is awarded to him by people of India.
Prestige of Bharat will go down to drain. Respect, dignity attached to Bharat Ratna will also fall down. The person who was responsible for partition of the country, the person who was agent of agent of British, the person who had stood with the British, such person is, if conferred Bharat Ratna, so Bharat Ratna award itself will lose its value.
भारत रत्न देना चाहिए, नहीं मैं तो कहूँगा ब्रिटिशों ने उनको ब्रिटिश रत्न देना चाहिए। उनको ब्रिटिश रत्न देंगे तो अच्छा होगा। उनको मालूम है क्या सावरकर ने क्या क्या किया, कितनी चिट्ठियां ली बाहर आने के बाद, और फिर मैं पूरी तरह से मदद करूंगा। मिलिट्री में हिंदुओं ने जाना चाहिए, इसलिए उन्होंने सारा ये किया। रत्नागिरी में रह के क्या क्या किया, जरा हिस्ट्री पढ़िए।
My colleague Niyamika is on the broadcast with us, and Niyamika, the debate has been sparked again because the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat says that Bharat Ratna for Savarkar would honor the award itself.
Well, yes, this is going to be an issue for debate in the upcoming days as well. We have seen that how the opposition has already started criticizing the statement given by the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat, as we have listened to various reactions coming in on the part of the opposition parties, and specifically the Congress, the way in which they are saying that if Bharat Ratna will be given to Veer Savarkar, then the dignity and the respect of this award will go down. So all of these allegations are being leveled by the Congress party upon RSS, that it is basically trying to give out the fake narrative. They are basically stating that Veer Savarkar was the one who should be given an award by the Britishers because he had stood with the Britishers when the freedom struggle was going on, and in fact they had also taken a jibe over the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat, stating that he should Veer Savarkar shouldn't be given Bharat Ratna, he should be given a British Ratna. That is what is being stated by Hussain Dalwai, who's the senior leader of the Congress party. So all of these comments are coming in on the part of the Congress, saying that he was the person who had supported partition, he had supported the Britishers. Then why should this entire debate should be started? Because we have seen that how the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat has once again stated that if Bharat Ratna will be given to Veer Savarkar, then it will glorify the award itself. So that is what is being stated by RSS chief. But he has also stated that he, as he is not a part of the committee, but if he will meet someone who is a member of this particular committee, then he is surely going to raise a question that till now why Bharat Ratna is not being given to
because
Veer Savarkar.
Nyamika, it has been a long pending demand. Many organizations, many individuals have also sought the Bharat Ratna for Veer Savarkar, isn't it? Do stay on with us as we shift our attention now to another big story of Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma, making a series of explosive